Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. This is going to be a really weird scenario, because I am not allowed to use torpedoes and I'm barely allowed to use guns in order to sink a couple of German battleships. It's a really fun scenario, but I think that this is no longer going to work in the future, as the developers are aware of the changes that need to be made to the ramming mechanics, and they are probably implementing that soon, or at least such is my hope. So enjoy this while it lasts, and especially if you're watching this video later on, don't be surprised if it no longer works. This scenario is by RealGuyBestGuy. It's called The Big Cheese of 1945. The US has won the war at sea. As an admiral of dubious professional standards, you've decided to celebrate in the most American way you could come up with. You've gathered a cheese fleet of fastboi destroyers with the goal of physically robbing, aka ramming, your victory in the face of the last enemy battleship and her escort. As mentioned, your objective is to ram their ships to death. That ought to show 'em. Nation to play, United States, era 1940. Now, here's my choice. There are 3 different difficulty modes for this scenario, as written by the developer. I have the cheesy mode, CH-easy mode, 15 destroyers. I have the Gouda, or as most people in the United States or Britain would call it, Gouda. It's medium difficulty and I only get 12 destroyers. And if I go for the Parmesan mode, the names are fantastic. The Parmesan mode, I only get 10 destroyers. And depending on the type and year, I get 1940s tech or 1935 tech. Starting range, 15,000 meters. So I do have to get a lot of distance in order to get close. Now, if I go for if I go for the most difficult challenge, I get access to 1940 tech. Otherwise, I get access to 1935 tech. I win if I sink all the battleships and all the battle cruisers. So both of these. Now I'm going to go for the 1940s, which means I only get 10 destroyers. We are going to ram these guys to death. Oh, hold on. One more important note. I need to keep it 1 destroyer alive. You have instructed your captains that the use of torpedoes is unauthorized. Torpedoes must be turned off at the beginning of the engagement. You tell them, however, to go wild with any 2-inch guns they might have on board, just for funsies. Maximum gun caliber, 2-inch. Minimum speed, 50 knots. Enemy fleet may be either German or Japanese, up to you. The use of smoke is unauthorized on Parmesan mode. Yeah. So basically build a couple of really fast boys and go ham. And this is Alpha 7, in case you were ever watching this thing later than that. Later than, let's say, recently after the video / stream has come out. I suppose that they are going to adjust the ramming mechanics. At least I hope that they are. Because in the current form, they are not quite balanced. Oh, I need to go forced boilers. Why is my ship so heavy? The hell? I still have to add components, you know. This is acceleration and turning rate. This is turning rate, rudder shift time. This used to be possible. Just going for a really, really fast ship. Range none. Only just, though. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit a main tower on that displacement. No, main tower is 130 tons. Okay, let's go with as small of a ship as possible. Ship's overweight. Yeah, you don't say. It's overweight by quite a lot, too. How did I do this in the past? Because I know that it is doable to get a ship up to 55 knots. But how? I still have to add funnels. Holy shit. Big funnels at that. How am I going to make this work? I can reduce bulkheads a bit. $50 knots. That's more or less what I can work with. 50 knots. Secondary tower. The lighter version, please. And then a 2-inch gun, because I'm allowed to use 2-inch guns. I'm just not allowed to use anything heavier than 2-inch guns. Engine efficiency, 93.6. Very good. No. No. Yes. Torpedo launcher, at least one needed. Fine. There's your torpedo tube. I'm 8 tons overweight. Light shells. Reduced. No torpedoes. Yes! It works. It works. Okay. Objective. Ram a battlecruiser and a battleship to death. Here goes. Now the trick is, I'm going to have to try and get close to the scenario, close to the battleship and the battlecruiser. 1, without getting hit, and 2, pretty much individually. Because I simply won't be able to have an entire formation ramming into the enemy. So first let's keep one group pretty, well, not so much fully stationary, but pretty stationary. I want you to join Div 1. And I'm not allowed to use smoke because I'm on Parmesan difficulty. Please don't have a lot of secondaries. It's not as bad as it could have been. If this would have been that Russian ship from the spy scenario that I put up, this would have been a hell of a lot harder. Formation, loose. I just need as much distance between these ships as possible. So that I can ram the Marcus into the side of the battleship. And then the Higgins. And then the Wiltsey. Just slowly. Well, not slowly ram them into them, but slowly try and get one ship pretty much murdered at a time. And just to be sure, I want you to fall back. The reason for falling back is that I need to have one DD survive the encounter, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that. Now, chase splashes. Try not to get hit. 9 kilometers out. 8 kilometers from the battlecruiser. Hard to port. 5 kilometers out from the battlecruiser, I think. Yeah, that's the battlecruiser, alright. Marcus, you have the unenviable task of being the first one to ram into the enemy. This is not... this is not something you would probably ever want to do with your ship. 6 kilometers. Ship is powering through the water at 50 knots. But the closer I get, the more the secondaries open up. Marcus, keep zigzagging. 4.7 clicks. That looked like it got really close. 4-4. 4-2. Ow! Marcus is down. Well, not fully down, but I doubt she's going to keep going for a while. She's going to flood. Her speed's going to get reduced. 32 knots. Maybe she can cause enough of a distraction for the rest to start charging in. Marcus, everybody's looking at you. Which is bad news for you, but good news for me. Hard to starboard. There's another fire started. Oh no! She got so close. 1.2 clicks. She's gone. Higgins. Marcus is down. Now the battle cruiser Leipzig is armed with 15.9 inches of belt armor. Bloody hell. Even at 1,000 meter range I can only do 6.1 inch. And the Leipzig has 100... She effectively has 32 inches of belt armor and then some. Higgins is also trying to detach from the formation or find a new spot in it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get one single ram. Especially without the use of smoke screens, it's tricky. It's difficult to get close. Maybe this is my opportunity. Because the guns are turning. And I'm bleeding speed. Like a lot. Oh wow, I damaged the ship using my guns? Big HE salvos coming out of the Westfalen at 17-inch guns. And a lot of 7 and 6-inch guns. Great. Keep going. Range, 1 kilometer out. Leipzig, where are your guns? Still turning heavily. Higgins? Higgins! Get over here. I need to fight the auto collision avoiding system of the whole game. Higgins' speed is now still 40 knots. She's bleeding some speed, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Oh! That's not helpful. 18,000 damage. That was what, one 17-inch shell? Yeah. Yeah, that would do it. This is not going well. No, Wiltsy. I know you're hurting, but I need you to keep going. You can't abandon the plot now. Now you're already stuck in. Keep going. We'll see. There's just too much secondary firepower on these ships. Give me a heavy cruiser to ram and I'll probably get away with it. But against a battle cruiser and a dreadnought combined? And I think it's going to happen to all the ships. Range 1.6. But she just needs to get hit one more time and I think she's going to blow up. Flash fire. Range 1.1. 1.0. 0.9. Fire and flooding. Stop blowing holes in my ship. I'm so close. 700 meters. Dead. Ah. Next. Brain. Soon you're going to be without one, but let's try. I should have just kept this as one big swarm tactic. If this is not working. At least now I might be able to do a ram. Steady course. Left, 1 degree rudder, 3 degrees. 3 degrees left rudder. Rudder amidships. Do not avoid. Crash into the Leipzig. That actually did respectable damage. I need you to detach Moffat and turn back to starboard. Brain, same deal. Make a hard turn to port. Maximum turn to starboard on the Moffat. What's the Leipzig targeting? I think the Leipzig has no idea what she's targeting at this point. Where's the other ships? Not too far away. 8 clicks. Moffat. Cue the Jaws theme. I'm surprised the brain hasn't been flooding yet. Moffat? No, you don't. Hard to starboard. I know you try to avoid this, but that's not happening. Let's link up with that battle cruiser. Just not link up in the way that it normally gets used. Prepare for ramming speed. A bit late. Prepare collision. What is that though? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Fire on the Moffat. Ram, damn it. Go for that booty. There you go. No way. Look at the damage that she's doing. Moffat, starboard. 700 damage versus 100 on the DD. You have to be shitting me. Is this actually going to kill a battlecruiser as well? No, 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 no. You're not finished. Keep ramming. At this point, the battleship is trying so hard to hit my destroyer that she's actually hitting the battlecruiser for 288 damage. And... Yep. Yep. No way. That's how you get rid of a perfectly good battlecruiser. You throw a destroyer at it. The destroyer... Right? The destroyer has a displacement of 2,350 tons. And then it rams into a battlecruiser worth 47,400 tons. That's a ship that's 20 times heavier. And she goes, nah. Fires here and there, but aside from that, everything's functional. No flash fires. More importantly, no flooding. Minimum bulkheads, no flooding. Armor, none. This ship? Anti-flood 3. Maximum bulkheads, right? Yeah, right. Maximum bulkheads. Uh-huh. Insane. And again, if you're watching this at a later date, it is probably patched out at this point. I don't believe that you're still going to be able to do this. The battleship is going, oh, no, 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 I'm going to be next. And yeah, you are. Because the brain's coming for you. Simulator game. Do they say they're a simulator? I'm talking to chat, by the way, in case you're watching this on YouTube. I don't believe they ever said it's a simulator. Shit, I have too many ships coming in for the ram. I need you guys to hold off for a second. Don't try to sink or kill an already sinking battlecruiser. Brain, no! No, 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 no. What are you getting hit by? 2-inch guns? That's nasty. I need to detach the Fox. Because I have a cunning plan. And it involves hitting something at 50 knots. Yeah, those 2-inch guns are just deadly. Absolutely deadly. Maybe Moffat can get a bit closer, but I kind of doubt it. Brain, speed, reduced to 8 knots. Don't worry, Fox is coming in. This should put her pretty much on the bow. 5,800 damage? Yeah, 17-inch shell. Come left, of course. Left 15 degrees rudder. Get ready. Ideally, I'd sort of park myself right next to the battleship, because that seems to do the most amount of ramming damage consistently. Now the Fox, again, 2,350 tons, is ramming a ship that is 98,000 tons. It is 50 times heavier. Jesus. This shit should be illegal. I just took that battleship down to 50%. 50%. We don't cross-torp, we cross-ram, says Jan. This is questionable, yeah, that's one way to put it. It's the ultimate cheese mode, anyway. But also the discrepancy in ramming damage. 32 versus 150. Look at this. I took 54 ramming damage, and he took, what, 400? Almost. And dead. The weird part is the game doesn't even show any exterior damage on the battleship. Because it hasn't been damaged. Oh well. So I lost 2 or 3 destroyers or something to that extent. And I killed a battle cruiser of 48,000 tons. And I killed a battleship of 98,000 tons. Just like that. So that is the the Parmesan tier challenge, as posed by RealGuyBestGuy, the big cheese of 1945. That was fun. It was cheesy as hell, and I hope that they're going to patch this out soon, but it is amusing while it lasts. Hope you enjoyed that.